Love Island is one of the fakest names on television. Because the show is called Love Island, but most of the time, it looks like influencer internship island. Nobody's just looking for love. They're looking for followers, okay? Brand deals, podcast clips, a stronger editor, a better camera angle, and maybe if the villa schedule allows it, a relationship. But the real problem is the show is designed to make everybody worse. Hey, I'm Pirate the Landlord, and you're watching This Show Sucks. Now let's get right into it. Let's start here. Love Island is not really dating, okay? Let's just get that out of the way. Dating is when two people are trying to figure out if they like one another. Love Island is 20 attractive people trying to figure out if America likes them. That's the difference, okay? That is a completely different type of sport. In real dating, you ask, do I trust this person? On Love Island, you ask,
does this person make me look boring on television, or do they amplify my looks?
That's not romance, that's strategy. You don't just need chemistry. You need screen time. You need a storyline. You need a couple name. You need the audience to believe you're genuinely enough to stay, but messy enough to trend. That's why the whole thing feels fake. Not because every contestant is fake, but because the system is fake. The show says find love. Then every 3 minutes it throws in a bombshell built like somebody's bad decision. How are you supposed to build trust when production keeps sending in people whose entire job is to ruin your peace? That is not a dating show. That is called playing emotional dodgeball. Love Island does not reward the healthiest couple. It rewards the most watchable couple, okay? Big difference, big difference. A calm couple sitting in the corner, respecting each other, communicating clearly, and minding their own business. That sounds beautiful in real life, right? But not on Love Island. On Love Island, that's background furniture. The show needs confusion, It needs jealousy. It needs somebody saying, I'm closed off, and then opening back up the second somebody with abs walks through the door. Love Island acts like it wants love, but peace is terrible television. All right, that's why every season needs the same ingredients. Somebody moving in who's shady, somebody crying in sunglasses, somebody saying,
I need to explore my options.
Somebody saying, that's not the boy I knew.
Girl, you met him Tuesday.
You just met him.
What boy did you know? You don't know his favorite cereal yet, okay? What are you talking about? Love Island turns 4 days of flirting into a divorce documentary, all right? And somehow we all accept it. We all keep watching it. A man will kiss one girl on Monday, meet a new girl on Wednesday, and by Friday, the villain is treating him like he destroyed a whole family business. I mean, don't get me wrong. It is entertaining for the most part, all right? But it's built like a ridiculous clown show. And let's not even talk about
Casa Amor.
Casa Amor is not a test. Casa Amor is sabotage with beds, okay? The show takes people who are already insecure about themselves and one another and then separates them and then adds new attractive people, adds pressure, adds alcohol, and adds more cameras and more camera angles, okay? Then acts shocked when somebody folds like a lawn chair, okay? Everybody knows what Casa Amor is, all right? Let's not pretend here. It's not there to strengthen a relationship. It is there to expose who was only loyal because they had no other options. And that is why it works. Because Casa Amor asked the real question, are you actually in love with this person you just met? Or were you just trapped in the same villa with limited inventory? And that's very, very cruel. That's a cruel thing to do. Funny, but cruel. And every season, somebody walks into Casa Amor talking about, I'm just here to test my connection. No, you're not. You are here to embarrass somebody who is currently sleeping outside because they thought you had morals and you never did. That phase test, my connection, is one of the biggest scams in reality TV. And yes, guys, this is reality TV in case you forgot. It sounds mature, right? It sounds emotional, but most of the time it means I saw somebody hotter and I need a respectful way to start acting single, right? Like right now. Casa Amor is where common sense goes to drown in a hot tub. And here's the part that makes modern Love Island feel different, okay? The villa is not the finish line. The villa is the launch pad. Nobody goes onto Love Island and then returns to normal life like nothing happened. The second they leave, it becomes interviews, brand deals, podcasts, TikTok lives, a lot of TikTok lives, Fashion Nova Energy, gym sponsorships, clearing the air videos. You know, let me tell you what really happened behind the scenes on Love Island, all that stuff. Breakup statements and apology letters, and honestly, I don't blame them for doing all of that. If being on a show opens doors, then take the doors, you know? I can't blame you. But let's stop pretending that this is just about finding love. Love Island is a fame machine. Thinking that you're watching a dating show is the package. You don't just want somebody you like. You want the public to ship you, okay? That is why people move so carefully. They're not just thinking, do I like this person? They're thinking, will America think I'm wrong if I leave this person? And that's insane, but that's
Love Island.
Imagine dating someone while millions of people are watching and voting like your love life is a character selection screen, okay? That's crazy and outrageous. No wonder people start acting fake almost immediately. They realize how many people are actually watching them, and they start to create their own characters, all right? The show turns normal attraction into public relationships, all right? And nobody's telling the truth when their relationship is public. And this is where we have to be honest, okay? The audience is part of the problem. Yes,
You guys.
we say we want real people, then punish them the second they act real. We say we want honesty. Then when somebody says something too honest, we clip it, we drag it, we remix it, and then we turn it into the villain of the week, okay? We say we want love, but the second a couple gets peaceful, we call them
Boring.
So what do we actually want, all right? What do we actually want when we're watching Love Island? I'll tell you what you actually want. You want
Drama.
okay? You want chaos. You want bad decisions. You want somebody to fumble. And then we all want someone to get exposed, okay? That's
Entertaining.
we want somebody to say, can I pull you for a chat, and then destroy 3 relationships before dinner. That's the truth. That's why you watch it. It gives you exactly what you reward, which is the bad behavior you see. The show did not become this messy by accident. It became this messy because messy works on television. It just looks better. And the internet made it worse. Now every facial expression becomes evidence. Every pause becomes suspicious. Every awkward sentence becomes a think piece, all right? Somebody can be quiet for 10 seconds and TikTok will say, body language experts explains why this proves he hates her. I mean, like, relax, guys. Some of these people are just tired. They're tired of pretending. If this were actually about helping people find stable relationships, half of this stuff would not exist. It would not even be on film. The show is not about love. It's about making love unstable enough to be entertaining, which they do very well. And honestly, that's why the show works, right? That's why you watch it. But that's also why it
Sucks.
and that's the rant. I want to thank you guys for watching the video all the way through. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you really like the video, I want you to subscribe because we got more stuff like this on the channel right now. New episodes uploaded every week, all right? And if you find yourself as a contestant on Love Island, all right, I want you to make sure that at the end of the day, when you're done pretending, you get back on YouTube, open up the channel, and pay your rant.